Check, check, test, test. Check, check. The sun has nearly set here at DH Conley High School, but the sun has only begun to rise for spring sports here at DH Conley High School. Welcome in, Apex Cougars taking on DH Conley in softball. It is opening day. Cole Martin on the call with you today. It is extremely windy. We will review those conditions here in a moment. But while we're talking about the teams here, I'll go ahead and throw up the defense graphic. The game is about to start. We started a little bit behind. About out on the mound, Kendall Howard. We will talk about her. She was absolutely electric on the mound last year for the Vikings. Here she is, starting as a junior today, catching behind the plate. Lena Zerfis, a senior. And then from there, it goes Sarah Booth at first, Harper Bradley at second, Ava Gass at short, Taylor Ulrich at third. Then the outfield, Reagan Stocks, Monica Jones, and Taylor Getzinger is the defense for the Vikes. Now, I do want to mention Kendall Howard for a second as she is pitching today. Last year, she had a 1.11 ERA, and she struck out 41% of the batters she faced. Incredible numbers for her. It is almost go time here. I do not have any stats or names for Apex, so I apologize. I will be having to say player numbers for all of their team players. But the first pitch of the season is just outside for a ball one. Here's the 1-0. Cut on and missed. There's that fastball. This Viking team coming off a state championship loss to South Caldwell. Just seems like year after year, this team finds a way to at least make it to the regional final. Here's the 1-1. Cut on and missed again. Howard struck out 261 different batters last year and faced 635. Batters batted just 161 last year, and the first out of the season for the Vikes will be a strikeout. 3 straight fastballs there to sit her down off a 1-2 count. First pitch of that bat just a little low. Here's the 0-1. Cut on and missed a little bit of a half swing there, but she did go all the way around. So far in this inning, that fastball up high has fooled Apex's batters. 1-1 here with one away, and cut on and missed again. 5 different swings and misses here between these past two batters. We'll see if Howard can set down yet another batter here. Cut on and missed. Second strikeout of the game for Howard. Second out of the ball game for the Vikes. Foul tip into the mitt. It'll be 0-1 to start this one. A couple other sports going on to start the day, opening day for the Vikings. Baseball is currently on the road at Clayton. Soccer taking on Havelock here at home. We'll see the appeal down to first, and he'll say she went around. 0-2 now. We'll see if Howard can strike out the side. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back out of play behind home plate. This Viking squad so talented last year. As I mentioned, they went to state championship, went 23-7, and finished 12-0 in the conference. First in the conference with that. 0-2 again. That one's lifted behind home plate. Again, out of play foul. This Viking squad, led by head coach Wayne Deans, his 11th season, led the team to a state championship back in 2022. He took over the program back in 2016. They were coming off a state championship win in 2015. His first year, he led them to a regional final, but they would ultimately lose that. That one is fouled out of play off to the right. Wind absolutely gusting out to right field. It has been very windy all day. And here is the 0-2 again, right down the middle. Carter looking, and she'll retire the side in order 1, 2, 3. We will head to the bottom of the first. Welcome back in, DH Conley High School. Bottom of the first inning here between the Apex Cougars and the DH Conley Vikings. Ava Gaddis will lead things off for the Vikings this year. The lineup goes Ava Gaddis, Harper Bradley, Lena Zerfis, Kendall Howard, the pitcher, Sarah Booth, Taylor Getzinger, Reagan Stocks, Taylor Ulrich, and then Monica Jones rounding out the order. First pitch of the at-bat's a little inside. It'll be 1-0. Second pitch of the at-bat will be taken a little low, it seemed like, but it'll catch the bottom of the zone. It'll be 1-1. This Viking squad returning 4 seniors this year. That one's going to be up high. All 4 of them extremely lethal at the plate. Ava Gaddis last year batting .388, 40 hits, 32 runs, 19 RBIs, and 1 home run through those 30 games. That one's lined down the third base line, but that'll go foul. Next pitch is a little outside. I believe it's 3-2 now. Yes, it is. Scoreboard was just a little off behind us. Here's the full count to Gaddis. She'll cut on and miss. Great change of speed there for the first out of the inning. So it'll be Harper Bradley now. Last year she hit 351, 34 hits, 26 runs scored, 18 runs batted in, and 1 home run. And seems like the head coach of the Cougars is going to come out, take a visit with his pitcher. Just a brief little mound visit there. Here's the first pitch to Bradley. She'll cut on. She'll line this out into the left center field gap. She's running first. She's digging for second. She'll slide, and she is safe at second. Really good cut there into the gap. Incredible speed rounding first, and she's in safe for a double. Lena Zerfus up next. She led the team in average last year, batting .449 with 35 hits. Also led the team in home runs with 4. First pitch is a little outside and low. It's 1-0. In high school, softball and baseball games are just 7 innings. But many times last year we saw softball end a little early due to mercy rule. That's just how good that team was last year. Here's the 1-1, little low. 2-1 now. The wind has died down just a little bit out here, thank goodness, as the sun has finally set. It is freezing cold out here. Next pitch is lined out into left field. Oh, and the left fielder will get an error there. Bradley's rounding third. She'll score with ease. And Lena Zerfus will trade places with Harper Bradley and score the first run of the season for the Vikes. So now it will be the pitcher, Kendall Howard. She had a phenomenal year batting herself last year, batting .418, 35 hits, 29 RBIs through those 30 games, 12 doubles. That's very important to note. 12 doubles and then 3 triples, so 15, no, actually 18 different extra base hits, including those 3 home runs. Just one away in the inning, already 1 in. That one's going to be a little inside. Zerfus is stealing third, and she's safe. Really good base running there. And it seems like actually there was a pinch runner there, as that was Brooke Rose coming in to pinch run there. Next pitch is in the zone. It'll be 1-1 now. It appears as though there is a lefty catcher for Apex's team. Very rare that you see a lefty catcher in today's game. Next pitch is cut on and missed. Good change of speed there. Pitch was a little low, but it fooled the batter. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 offering to Howard. That one's going to be a little low. 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2. Cut on. Dribbles down the third base line, but it'll be foul. One already in on the inning, courtesy of Alina Zerfis, RBI. That one's going to go down the third base line again, foul. Got a runner on third currently, one in here in this first inning. Next 2-2 offering is going to be inside. It'll be a full count now. Here's the payoff pitch. That one's also going to go foul. Really tough at-bat here for Kendall at Howard. She's battling really well. Here's another payoff pitch. That one's going to be low, and it'll get away. Howard will take her base. So now it'll be Sarah Booth. Last year, Booth batted .250, 23 hits as a sophomore, had 7 doubles and a home run, not to mention 16 RBIs. That one's going to be a little up high. And now Rose is going to take home plate, and her twin sister, Anna Rose, is going to take third. How about the Rose sisters getting it done there? It'll go 2-0 now in favor of Conley. Couple of fluky plays so far for Apex, costing them a couple of runs. First one, when Lena Zerfis lined that one out in the left fielder made a bit of an error. Now that one's going to sail over and stretch the Vikings' lead. Here's the 1-0. Cut on and miss. That changeup has been pretty good so far for the pitcher. That one's lined out into left field, but foul. Now here's the 1-2. That one's going to be a little low and in. It'll be 2-2 now. Pitch looked pretty good. I probably would have swung at it, honestly. We'll see if the Vikings can scratch across another runner here in the first inning. Already 2 in and a runner on third. That one again is going to be a little low, and the count will run full. Here's the payoff pitch to Booth. That one's going to be up high for ball 4. So another base runner allowed here for the Cougars in the bottom of the first. So now it'll be Taylor Getzinger. She was a senior this year, but last year she did not play. We'll see if she can start off her 2026 campaign off right. First pitch of that bat's in the dirt, and Rose will take home. Booth over to second. She's going to round, and she's going to go to third. Tag is applied, but she is safe. Wow, incredible base running there by Sarah Booth to go all the way from first to third there on the wild pitch. So now 3 have come across here in the bottom of the first. We'll see how many more they can get. That was going to be also be a little low. 2-0 now. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. The Vikings know how to mercy rule opponents in a heartbeat. Already 3 across in the first inning. Here's the 2-0. Cut on. That's going to go foul. Two one now to Getzinger. That one's driven down the third base line, but that's going to be foul. Seen a lot of that this inning so far. If only the field was just a little bit wider for the Vikings. Here's the 2-2. That one's lifted up into left. That is dropped in play. Booth will score easily, and another error for the Cougars. So now it's 4-0, and Reagan Stocks will come up to the plate. Last year she was batting .273 with 21 hits through those 30 games. Also 12 RBIs. First pitch is fouled back. It'll be 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one's going to be a little low. Good take there. It'll be 1-1 now. Still just 1 out in the inning, and 4 runs have already come across the plate for the Vikings. Getzinger will take second easily. The throw's just over the head. But a stolen base there for Taylor Getzinger. Two one to Stocks. That one's lifted down the first base line area, and that's going to go foul, out of play. Another 2-2 opportunity here for the Cougars. They couldn't capitalize last time on the punch out. We'll see if they can get it here. Two. That was going to be inside. There goes Getzinger. She's on her way to third. She'll get in there safe as the count runs full on Sox. Here's the payoff to Stocks. She'll cut on. That's fouled back. She'll stay alive. Here's another payoff. Swung on and missed. Really good changeup there. Low in the zone. She'll get Stocks swinging. So finally, we'll get another out in the inning, and that would be Taylor Ulrich. Last year, Taylor was batting 159 with 13 hits and 11 RBIs. First pitch is taken right down the middle. It'll be 0-1 to start the at-bat. Runner in scoring position. Here's the 0-1. That one's cut on down the third base line. It is fair. Getzinger will score, and Taylor Ulrich will pick up an RBI here in the bottom of the first to make it 5-0 in favor of the Vikes. So now it'll be Monica Jones at the plate. We saw her a couple appearances last year in relief of Kendall Howard as a pitcher, but last year she was batting 173 with 6 RBIs. First pitch is fouled back. Five in on the inning, a runner on first, 2 away here in the bottom of the first. We're at the 9 hole. We'll see if the lineup will turn over here in the bottom of the first. That one again fouled back. It'll be 0-2 now. A chance for the Cougars to finally get out of the inning and make the bleeding stop. Here's the 0-2. That one's dribbled down the third base line, but it'll go just foul. Monica Jones deep in an 0-2 hole. We'll see if she can get herself out of it. That one's up high. 1-2 now. Ulrich will take second. Throws a little high. So now another runner in scoring position for the Vikes. Here's the 1-2. That one's going to be low. There goes Ulrich. She'll take third. That one got away from the catcher. So the count will move to 2-2, and for the third time this inning, we'll see a runner on third base. That was going to be a little low. Good take there from Monica Jones to run the count full. Here's the payoff pitch to Jones. Little low, and she will take her base. And now the lineup will flip over for the Vikes here in just the first inning. First time up for Ava Gaddis. She struck out swinging. She has a really good opportunity to drive in at least one here, though. That one's fouled out of play down the third base line. Runners on the corners here for the Vikes. 5 in already in the first inning. And the lineup has already turned over for the Vikes. That one's lifted. Second baseman's got it, and that will finally end the inning and stop the bleeding for the Apex Cougars. The Vikings played 5 in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the second. Welcome back in to DH Conley High School. We might have a potential mercy rule brewing yet again for the Lady Vikes. 5 runs in the first inning for the Viking offense. And now Kendall Howard will go back to work after striking out the side in the first. First pitch is taken up high. It'll be 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Cut on and missed. That fastball has proven to be pivotal so far for Howard through these first 2 innings. A lot of swings and misses. Here's the 1-1. Cut on and missed again. That one a little outside of the zone up high, but a swing nonetheless. The count will run to 1-2. One, two. A little low. Here's the 2-2 from Howard. Cut on and missed. Another strikeout and another out for Kendall Howard. First pitch is taken a little up and away. It'll be 1-0 to start the at-bat. One 0 is swung on and missed. That is some absolute heat from Kendall Howard. Next pitch is also cut on and missed. Count will run to 1-2 now. There's strike three. Strikeout swinging yet again. 5 straight punch-outs to start the game for Kendall Howard. First pitch of that bat's a little inside. It'll be 1-0 now. That one's going to be fouled off. It'll be 1-1 now. 2 away here in the top of the second. The Vikings plated 5 in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. Batter checked her swing, and the home plate umpire will make the decision. He'll say she went around. Kendall Howard looking to make it 6 straight strikeouts to start the game. That one's a little low. Thought the umpire was going to call strike 3 there, but it'll be 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 from Howard. Right down the middle, strike 3. She'll get her looking. 6 straight strikeouts for Kendall Howard to start this outing. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Welcome back into DH Conley High School. Cole Martin on the call with you guys today. The sun has completely set and the wind is still whipping. It is freezing cold out here, but the bats of the Vikings are piping hot. 5 runs in the first inning. We'll see if they can keep it going. Harper Bradley will lead off the inning. The Vikes batted around completely, so they'll start off with a 2-hole batter. Here's the 1-0. That one's lined out in the left field, but the catch is made by the left fielder. That one was roped out into left. So that'll be Lena Zerfis. She had a double back in the first. courtesy of an error made by the left fielder. She plated the first run of the game, scoring Harper Bradley. First pitch is taken up high. It'll be 1-0. Really big advantage for Zerfus is her height. Here's the 1-0. A little upstairs. That'll be 2-0 now. Next pitch is taken inside. 3-0 now. Maybe trying to work around Zerfus after making a bunch of contact in her first at bat. That one's taken right down the middle. It'll be 3-1 now. Here's the 3-1 to Zerfus. Cut on, and that's driven into the left field gap. Another base hit there for Lena Zerfus. So now it'll be Kendall Howard coming up to the plate now. She walked in the first inning. It seems like we'll have a pinch runner for Zerfus. Not quite sure who that is over there. It might be Brooke Rose, I believe. She pinch ran for Zerfus as well back in the first inning. That one's going to be inside. 1-0. Brooke and Anna Rose used their speed back in the first, swiping a couple bags. Seems like this Cougar defense is a little alert with Brooke Rose out there on the base path. Next pitch was taken way upstairs. It'll be 2-0 now. That one's cut on, lifted behind the plate. It'll be 2-1 now. A hitter's count now here for Howard. Here's the 2-1. That one's lifted straight up in the air. We'll see who's going to call it off and get it. It'll be the first baseman making the play and getting the out. Two away now. It'll be Sarah Bush. She walked back in the first inning as well. First pitch is in the dirt, and there goes Rose. She'll take second easy, and she rounds the bag at first. Whew. Close call there as Rose rounded the bag. Didn't know there was a throw down the second. Shortstop was not aware that she rounded the bag. Here's the 1-0. Checked her swing, and the home plate umpire will say she went around. Runner on second, 1-1. That one's taken low. It'll be 2-1 now. Seems like these Viking hitters, second time through the lineup, are starting to get adjusted to that changeup that they were swinging a lot at and missing at in that first inning. Here's the 2-1. That was lifted out of play and foul. So the count will run to 2-2 now. We'll see if the Cougars can get out of this one without giving up a run. That one's hammered out to center field, and that's going to find the gap. There goes Rose. She'll score with ease. And how about Sarah Booth with a stand-up double into the right center field gap? An excellent piece of hitting there with a 2-2 count. Lifted it. It almost felt like that ball was going to carry for a second with that wind blowing out to right. Didn't quite have enough juice on it, but it's 6-0 Vikes. Here's Taylor Getzinger. She'll take the first pitch in the dirt. It'll be 1-0. That one's in the dirt again. It'll be 2-0 now. One run in the inning so far off of 2 hits. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. We'll see if Getzinger can plate her. That one's cut on and missed. There's that changeup. Finally getting a swing and a miss here in this inning. Here's the 2-1 to Getzinger. That one's low in the dirt again, and so it'll be 3-1. Here's the 3-1. That one's upstairs for ball 4. So now ducks on the pond for Reagan Stocks. She struck out back in the first. That one's taken right down the middle for strike 1. Next pitch is taken right at the knees. It'll be 0-2 now. Stocks falling into an 0-2 hole pretty quick. We'll see if the Cougars can now finally get out of the inning. That one's in the dirt. It'll be 1-2 now. Sarah Booth on second. Taylor Getzinger on first with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. That one's cut on. They're going to say it's a fair ball. And third baseman will step on the bag. That'll be the end of the inning. But the Vikes strike again. They'll get 1 in the bottom of the second. We'll head to the third. Welcome back in, DH Conley High School. Apex taking on Conley in some softball. Down a couple hundred yards to my left. Soccer is taking a 3-0 lead over Havelock. It is currently halftime. But 6-0 here in this one. It's the top of the third. First pitch of the at-bat, a little up high. So far, Kendall Howard has been absolutely dominant. No one is surprised by that. 6 straight strikeouts to start the game. She'll check her swing. First base umpire says she did not go around. Here's the 2-0 from Howard. Right down the middle for a strike. Two one. Cut on and missed. A little bit of a half swing there, but she went around. It'll be 2-2 now. Two pitch is a little low. The count will run full. Apex still looking just to get a single base runner so far in this game. We'll see if they get it here. Here's the payoff pitch. Upstairs, and they will finally get their first base runner of the game, courtesy of a walk. So runner on first, no outs. We'll see how Howard responds after that leadoff walk in the inning. First pitch is taken for a strike of the at-bat. Next pitch is taken right down the middle for a strike. It'll be 0-2 now. Maybe a little bit of frustration from that walk to start the inning from Kendall Howard, and she is quickly up 0-2. Strike three, got her swinging. Strikeout number 7 on the evening so far. We're just in the third inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. A little outside. Oh, but called strike there on the outside corner. It'll be 0-2 now. Seemed a little outside, but the home plate umpire calls it a strike. A little bit of bullpen activity for the Vikings. Braylon Johnson, a freshman, warming up in the Viking pen right now. That next pitch fouled off the cage. Here's another 0-2. Strike three. Got her swinging. That'll make strikeout number 8 on the evening for Kendall Howard. So the lineup will flip over. It'll be Piper Rhodes now batting for Apex. Once again, I apologize. I did not receive a roster or stats or anything for Apex, so I haven't been able to say many names so far in this game for them. First pitch of the at-bat, cut on and missed. 0-1 now. Back in the first, Rhodes struck out swinging. Here's the 0-1. Cut on and missed again. Here's the 0-2 offering from Howard. A little upstairs. It'll be 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. Cut on and missed. How about 9 strikeouts for Kendall Howard through 3 frames of work? We'll head to the bottom of the third. Welcome back, bottom of the third. Now, Vikings up 6-0 on the Cougars from Apex. First game of the season for the Vikes, coming off a state championship loss. And things are going well so far here in this first game. It'll be Monica Jones at the plate now. She walked back in the first inning. First pitch of the at-bat is taken for a strike. The Vikings put up 5 runs in that first inning, 1 run in the second. That first inning, the Vikings batted all the way around. Next pitch is fouled back. It'll be 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Taken low in the dirt. It'll be 1-2 now. correction, that's actually Taylor Ulrich at the plate. The next pitch is taken up high, 2-2 now. That one's lined out into left field. Left fielder's under it, but drops it. And Taylor Ulrich will be in with a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the third. Another costly mistake for Apex. We'll see if it comes back to bite them. So now it'll be Monica Jones. She walked back in the first. First pitch is taken for a strike. That one's laced, blooped a little bit out there in right field, but the outfielder's got the ball to be out number one of the inning. So now the lineup will flip over again. It'll be Ava Gaddis. She struck out back in the first. That one's a little low. And there goes Ulrich. She'll take third easy. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs. 2-0 now. That one's grounded to short. Ulrich's going to come home. And Gaddis is safe at first. Ball was thrown in the dirt. Tough play for the first baseman to pick that one. Even if the throw was on target, it honestly seemed like Gaddis was going to be in there anyway. She will plate a run in Taylor Ulrich. It's now 7-0 Vikes. So now it'll be Harper Bradley. She had a double back in the first to kick things off for the Vikes, and that one's lined out into left field to advance the runners. It'll be now first and second with one away. Could hardly say what she was hitting so far in this game, and it's already runners on first and second. That one's laced into left, but just foul. Lena Zerfis so far with a hot bat in this one. She's already 2 for 2 with a double and a single, as well as an RBI. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1. Again, up high. It'll be 2-1 now. Next pitch is taken down low. It'll be 3-1. Next pitch is flown out into left, and that's just going to be just short of the track. Gaddis is going to come home. Bradley on her way to third, and she's going to round third, and she'll score as well. A bases clearing double for Lena Zerfis, her second double of the game. And when it rains, it is pouring here at DH Conley High School. Nine nothing now, and I'm not too familiar with how mercy rules work, but I believe it is 10 through 5 innings, and it is a mercy rule. That one's fouled, just out of play. Kendall Howard 0 for 1 in this game batting wise. She had a walk back in the first, but a pop out last inning. On the mound, though, she has been absolutely dominant. 9 Ks through 3 innings. Next pitch is in the dirt. Brooke Rose is out there pinch running for Lena Zerfis. Here's the 1-1. That one's roped down the left field line. That's going to bang off the fence and go foul, though. Still just 1 out in the inning. Here's the 1-2 to Howard. She'll let that one go down low. It's 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 to Howard. Upstairs. The count will run full. Here's the payoff pitch. Cut on, lifted in the left field. Left fielder's under, and she'll make the grab. No tag from Brooke Rose, so now it'll be 2 away here in the third. So now it'll be Sarah Booth. She's 1 for 1 so far. Back in the first, she walked, but in the second inning, she got a double. She had an RBI as well, which plated Brooke Rose back in the second. First pitch is taken low. Here's the 1-0. Cut on and missed. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Way over the catcher's head, and Rose will easily take third. Seems like Apex's head coach is going to leave his pitcher in. No activity in the bullpen right now. Here's the 2-1. That one's fouled straight back. It'll be 2-2 now. So it'll be twos on the board here for Sarah Booth. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. Cut on and missed to end the inning. But the Vikes strike yet again, scoring a couple there in the bottom of the third. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Welcome back into DH Conley High School. Kendall Howard's day is done. She went 3 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts on the evening. Replacing her will be number 14, Braylon Johnson. She's a freshman, so no stats on her. Top four, Viking offense, just lethal year after year and proving it yet again here on opening day. Already 9 runs through 3 innings. Southpaw will fire in a strike to start the at bat. Next pitch is taken up high. It'll be 1-1. Next pitch fired in there for another strike. It'll be 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2, and that is strike three. The strikeouts keep on rolling here for the Vikes. First pitch taken for a strike. Finally, a little bit of activity there in the Apex bullpen. We'll see if a pitching change will be made for the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch is taken a little outside. It'll be 1-1. Here's the 1-1. seem to be right down the middle, but that's going to be a little low, says the home plate umpire. It'll be 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1 from Johnson. That one's grounded to first. And Booth will step on the bag for out number 2. First pitch is in there for strike 1, right at the letters. Next pitch is a little low. It'll be 1-1 now. A couple of defensive changes for the Vikes. Rain Niddle is over at third, and Ulrich will be bumped from third out to right field. Next pitch is taken. Appeared to be a strike, but it's called a ball. It'll be 2-1 now. Two away here in the top of the fourth. 2-1 is the count. The next pitch is taken for a strike. It'll be 2-2 now. A chance for the freshman to retire the side in order here in the top of the fourth. And she'll get her. Sat her down, swinging. 1, 2, 3, go the Cougars here in the top of the fourth. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. Welcome back into DH Conley High School. Vikings are up big in this one, 9-0. It's just the fourth inning. Seems like we will have an official change batting wise, as it'll be Anna Rose subbing in for Sarah Booth here in the fourth. She'll lead off the inning here for the Vikes. First pitch is taken for a strike. The Cougars made a pitching change themselves to start the inning, as they also brought in a southpaw pitcher. Next pitch is taken right down the middle. It'll be 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2 to Rose. Taken high. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Taken upstairs. Seemed like Rose wanted to go on that one, but she let that one go. Good plate discipline. This is now 2-2. That one's grounded softly down the third base line. Rose is digging, and she'll be safe. An infield hit to lead off the inning for Anna Rose there. First pitch to Reagan Stocks will be a ball. It'll be 1-0. Next pitch is in the dirt. There goes Rose. She'll swipe second easily. Here's the 2-0 to Stocks. That one's grounded down the first base line. They'll say it's a foul ball. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs. 3-1 now. Here's the 3-1. Low and away for ball 4. So now runners on first and second. No outs in the inning. That will be Rain Niddle. First pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. Little lefty on lefty matchup here. We'll see how it plays out. That one's in the dirt, nearly hit Niddle, and both runners will move up 60 feet. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a called for a strike. 1-2 now. Couple of runners in scoring position with no outs. Vikes already up 9-0. Now it's 2-2 on the count. The Vikes started off hot early, scoring 5 in that first frame, followed by 1 in the second, and then 3 in the third. We'll see if they can play it a few more here in the bottom of the fourth. That one's cut on, bobbled by the second baseman. She'll make the play, but a run does score there. So that'll be Caitlin Mendel. She'll pinch hit for Monica Jones. First pitch of the at-bat is in the other's batter's box. It'll be 1-0. Next pitch just misses the strike zone. Seemed like almost a strike from here, but it'll be 2-0. Runner on third with just one out here in the bottom of the fourth. The Vikes have the 10 runs to make it a mercy rule, assuming 3 outs in the next inning. But 5 more here would end the game automatically. Next pitch will hit her in the helmet, it seemed like. At least actually, that's what it sounded like, is that she got hit in the head. Nonetheless, it's ball 4, and she will take her base. So the lineup will turn over yet again. And Ava Gaddis will get a 4th at-bat. Slow pitch, grounded to third. They'll look to get the runner at home, and she's safe. Reagan Stocks came home on the ground ball to third. And the Cougars could not get her in enough time at the plate. It'll be 11-0 now in favor of the Vikes. So we will have another pinch hitter here. Seems like it'll be Brooke Rose checking in to the game for Harper Bradley. Already 2 in on the inning. Runners on first and second, just 1 out. We'll see if the Vikes continue to pour it on here in the fourth. First pitch of the at-bat's a little low and outside. Next pitch is line right down the middle. Here comes Mendel. She'll score. Gaddis is going to go over to third, and Rose will take second. It's an RBI single for Brooke Rose. It'll be 12-0 now. So now it'll be Lena Zerfis. She already has 3 hits on the day, 2 doubles, and a single. Not to mention also 3 RBIs already. That one's lined up the middle. That'll score both of the runners. Gaddis and Rose will both come home. Another hit for Lena Zerfis. It'll make it 14-0 and just 1 run shy of ending this game altogether right here in the bottom of the fourth. How about 4 hits and 5 RBIs for Lena Zerfis so far? So that'll be Braylon Johnson She came into the game in the top of the fourth as the pitcher subbing in for Kendall Howard. That one's blooped out the shortstop. She'll make the catch. 2 away now. So that'll be Sarah Booth. She walked in the first, double in the second, and then a strikeout swinging to end the third inning. The Vikes have nearly batted around for the second time in this game. First pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Very slow changeup there. That's going to be called for a strike right at the knees. Two away in the inning, but five have already come across the plate for the Vikings. And the 1-1 is taken for strike two. Here's the 1-2 to Sarah Booth. She'll line that out of play down the first base line. Here's another 1-2 offering to Booth. She'll take that pitch low and away. It's 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 offering. Up high. Now the count will run full. Here's the payoff pitch. Taken low for ball four. So the Vikes will officially bat around again, and Anna Rose will step back up to the plate. She singled to start the inning and get the train rolling for a 5-run inning and possibly counting here in the bottom of the fourth. Infield playing very shallow right now. First pitch is taken outside for ball one. Ball was nearly thrown away there by the catcher. Not sure if they were trying to throw down to second or not. Runners on first and second. Here's the 1-0. That one's lined out into right field. Zerfus is being waved home, and that will do it for the ball game. 15-0 to start the season for the softball team. Plenty of hits and plenty of runs here against Apex. We will tally up the final box score and be back in just a moment. Well, a 15 to nothing final mercy rule here for the Vikes in the first game of the season. What a game for the Vikes! Such an impressive offensive performance. I'll read off the box score here. We'll start off on the offensive side of things. 15 runs off of 12 hits, no errors for the Vikes. 5 left on base, 5 runs in that first inning, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and then 6 to cap it off there in the fourth, courtesy of an Anna Rose base hit to seal things. She had 2 hits there in that last inning where the Vikes batted around. They batted around twice. They batted around in the first inning and then there in the fourth. Really, really good day for Lena Zerfis. I'd give her the player of the game. Absolutely. She went 4 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 singles, where she had 5 RBIs on the night. Now, on the other side of things, defensively and pitching wise, Kendall Howard was lights out as expected. I can't wait to watch more of her in the future. She had 9 different strikeouts through 3 innings of work. Braylon Johnson came in on just 1 inning in relief. She had 2 strikeouts there and a combined no hitter for the Vikes in game one on the season against the Apex Cougars, as well as a mercy roll. Doesn't get much better, except it is freezing cold out here, so maybe it can get a little bit better. But with that being said, that is going to end the first broadcast of the season. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be live streaming right here on YouTube every single home baseball game, as well as every single home softball game whenever baseball is not playing. The next telecast will be on Thursday here for softball, and then the next day, Friday, the Vikings will be taking on Clayton in baseball. So we will see you all for that. Taking a look at the soccer score, looks like the Vikes are up 6-0 over Havelock right now. Not sure what the score of the baseball game is right now as they are at Clayton. But softball wins here tonight 15 to nothing. With that being said, I am Cole Martin. God bless. Go Vikes.